Good day, ma'am. I am Merie Buslon from Bshm 4A, and now we are in the chapter 3. So the chapter 2 is all about the theory of organization in business and industry, and now for the chapter 3 is the theory of management in business and industry. So the theory of management. So we have the subtopics, which is the meaning of the term management, the relationship between management and organization, and also we have the functions of management, the management system, and the basic principles of management and the rule of leadership. So first, let me identify the meaning of management. So the word management is derived from the word manigyari, which means to train horses, or literally to handle, from the French words manager or manager, meaning to direct a household. So to economize, and manager, an act of guiding or leading. So therefore, it means to handle, direct, economically, guide, and lead. So the attributes of the term management. So in the same way that the word organization may be defined to mean either a group or individuals, and factors and their relationship or to process itself. The term management can also assume varying shades of meaning. So in the length of the foregoing consideration ascribed to the word management, so the following definition may be arrived at. So but again, so management may denote a field of activity. So in the sense, management is the activity or process which coordinates, directs, and controls the activities and all other parts. Again, we have the four varied meaning of management. So first is the management is the art and science of organizing, preparing, and directing human efforts. So applied to control the forces and to utilize the materials of nature for the benefit of man. So and the second one is the management is development of people and not direction of the things. So yes, it is true because people should be organized and he should be managed or preparing to all the things that he wants to do. And the third one is the management, the scientific utilization of man, money, and materials to accomplish a desired purpose. And the last meaning of management is simply stated and defined as getting of things done through the efforts of other people. So from the word manage, so you should, or the people should do the efforts that of the things should be. So the relationship between management and organization. So organization, for instance, so it is considered as the relationship with the structural elements in business. So including the individuals to carry on the work to accomplish the desired purpose. So and management is the planning, directing, controlling, and coordinating of those elements. So and also organization refers to the structure or form of an enterprise and the arrangement of all parts, therefore in a manner suitable for use in service. So while management includes all those in charge of the direction of the work of others, so those who will see it the parts to arrange and structure the use in service to his advantage. So therefore the organization and management is connected to each other to make and compromise to all the work that should be done. So the structural factors better remembered as the 5 M's. So we have the 5 M's, which is the man, materials, machine, methods, and meaning of management and the relationship between the organization. So question is, who is management? So traditionally, management means an individual or a small group of key people who make the significant decision and keep the policy making power and function as an absolute power over the organization. So what is management then? What is a good management? So a management is considered good when competent men are placed as heads of the department. So when these men are responsible for and in control of all activities, and when they work as a team under leadership of a strong executive. So you are considered a good management if you have this, you are responsible for all activities and also you have a strong leadership for your team or for your company. And when is management considered successful? So management is said to be successful when it makes industry efficient. And this efficiency is measured concretely in terms of quality and quantity of products produced with the minimum efforts at the least possible cost. So that is considered as your management is successful. Of management is the planning, coordinating, directing, and control. So first, let me identify the meaning of planning. So it is a method technique of looking ahead in order to meet work requirements and to reduce the amount of mental efforts required while the work is being done. So in the management, so first is planning is important of all. So if you don't have plan, then your work will not be successful. Then the second one is the coordinating. So implies the smooth working together of the different composing elements. Coordination means concurrence in purpose and performance to secure harmony in action toward a common end. Like in your work, so if you don't have coordination with each other, so there is no harmony, maybe it will have chaos that would affect to your company. Then the third one is the directing, so the pointing of all efforts toward the known objectives. So direction give guidance and points out the course to be followed. So the management directs the basic elements so that they have a very straight defined objective. So you should be direct to have your goal and objective in your company or in business. And also the last one is the control. So includes the restraining, checking, and motivating influences exercised by the management. So control requires a knowledge of what is being done and what should be done and what to do in order to rectify unsatisfactory conditions. So a system, a fundamental operating a business. So in business plan, methods, or procedure are called systems. So we have the advantage of proper use of system. So number one is system is the introduction of order and method wherever it is applied. And the second one is the everyday work becomes routine through a system. So it is important to have a system. Number three is a system permits those in authority to devote their time and effort to more important work, such as planning, attending to major problems, searching for new markets and products, and the like. Number four, the system aids in the control and reduction of cost. So the system is properly utilized, materially aids in securing the desired result in the best possible way with the latest expenditure of time and effort. So in every business or in the every management, so system is very crucial and important to all. Advantages of system, and also we have rules for applying system. So number one is a system used in particular concern should reflect a basic general plan. The second one is a system must represent definite and useful purpose. Number three, maintaining a system must prove worth it costs. So number four, a system should be clear, simple, easily understood, and advocate to fit the need, involving the least expenditure of time and effort. The fifth one, there should be frequent periodic checking. So these are the rules for applying system. So we already done the advantage of applying the system. We have also the rules of applying system, and also we have these basic principles of management. The following principles formulated some years ago are considered fundamental to the successful conduct of any business. And first is the principle of policy making. So definite, clear-cut policies are essential to effective management. So the second one is the principle of improvement and adjustment. So to be successful, a business must advise it cannot remain dormant. The number three is the principle of balance. So to ensure proper development of business and efficiency in operation, a company must be internally well balanced. Then number four is the principle of relationship of task and accomplishment. Then a person works best and accomplishes most when he is given a definite job to be completed in a given time, so the work being of a nature for which he is mentally and physically suited. Then number five is the principle of individual effectiveness. So individual effectiveness is increased through training and improved working condition. Then number six is the principle of simplicity. So all elements which are not essential to successful operations should be eliminated, and all those restraints should be applied in a simply used way. So number seven is the principle of specialization. Scientific distribution of work results in a specialization of effort and task. So number eight is the principle of standardization. So whenever practicable, best practice should be determined, expressed in terms of definite units or standards, and adopted as pattern for use in operation or performance. So we have the two kinds of standardization. So standardization of products. So this has to do with the selection of items, types and sizes of products and ingredients demand, and by concentrating the manufacture and distribution and other operation on those which are so selected. So the second one is the administration standards. This has to do with standards or performance which give management definite measure by which to efficiency to evaluate and control current performance as to estimate the plan for the future. So the number nine is the principle of financial incentives. So remuneration should be direct proportions to the value of accomplishment. So the principle of human relations. So the management succeeds or fails as a human relation in business are intelligently or otherwise handled. So number is the principle of planning. So in order to satisfactorily accomplish anything of importance, so there must be planning in advance of doing. Yes, that is true. Then number 12 is the principle of control. So then also the number 13, the principle of cooperation. So the number 14 is the principle of leadership. Good leadership implies the ability to do what sets out to do, the spirit to carry on until the task set is accomplished. Also the personality and ability to win cooperation and loyalty. And the last is the skill to direct and control the efforts of others. The number 15 is the principle of delegation of authority and responsibility. Then the 16 is the principle of utilization of executive abilities. So the role of leadership. So in business or even in the management, so the leadership or the leader is important because he's the one who lead for the entire work or for the entire business. So the foregoing principles of organization and management depend on executive leadership for their application. So the organization may be perfect, the system and methods may be the possible of all formulation. So the business condition ideal for success. But yet, success will not come without leadership, and that is true. So leadership is important in all aspects. So they have certain attributes of a leader in condition to the technical competence required by the nature of his position. So the executive should have the physical and mental health, the intellect, personality, and also we should have the possess of character, the language facility. The characteristic of leadership blend the principle of organization and management into the functioning world. So if you have these traits, so you have these attributes of a leader, so the organization or the management in your business is orderly, organized, or have harmony and unite for the team or each other. So that's the end of my report. Thank you.